Hey everybody, it's Michael Kranitz from HeliPilot.com, and today we're going to do some crazy stuff with the KA-32. And when I say crazy stuff, I don't even mean fly it. We're going to try to get it in the van. And I've had to devise a number of modifications to this van in order to get it to work. And yeah, I know you'll never have to do this, but I thought it would be entertaining. Let's do it. Alrighty. Yeah, I know, it's the old logo, but let's see what we got inside here. Now, you know, part of the challenge for me is how do you fit these monstrosities in the van? And we're not gonna go over that today. You'll see some modifications that I've done, but the challenge was how to get that big lunking thing into the van. And so the way I handled that, I put a new floor in, and the floor has 3/4 inch plywood and then a strip of aluminum there just to finish things off, and 4 countersunk D-ring tie downs so that the KA can sit right here without the tail. And the trick was, how do you get it up into the van? It's just too big to lift. So we've got these guys right here. These are foldable ramps, usually used for wheelchairs or dollies. Let's see how they work. Now, these guys are about 20 pounds and they just unfold like that. They lock into place, and that side is floppy, so it goes on the bottom, and then I'll just assemble it. And when I say assemble, I mean just put it on the van. That's it, right there. So this thing will support 800 to 1,000 pounds, and nothing I have weighs that much, including me. Hey, we're back at the KA-32, and if you recall, I showed you that the entire tail is held on by 4 bolts. And what you'll notice is that only 2 of the bolts are in, and I'm gonna pull them out. Oh no, how is the tail staying on? Well, this is ingenious. And Matthias does this with all of his helicopters because you have to remove the tail boom. There's always a latching mechanism that allows the tail to hang before you get the bolts installed, and that eliminates the need to have somebody helping you when you're putting on a tail boom. Now, this tail boom is super short, but the tail boom on the MI-171 is super long. It's about 5.5 feet long. So that thing has a similar mechanism where you're gonna have a bolt in a slot where the head holds it on, and then a pin here to align it. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and pull this off. This will slide down out of the slot, and you can see here that there is a bolt. It's just a regular, you know, socket head bolt, and a little pin. Let's see if I can see that. Little pin here, and now here's the slot that it goes in right there, and then the pinhole. And then you can see the 4 bolts. Now, before we get this thing into the van, I've got to lower it. And one of the things that I did to keep the weight off of the tires during storage is I bought this is a motorcycle jack. This is Owens Corning foam board. This is the 1-inch thick foam board, and I made 2 layers, and then I've got some cushions underneath here. But this whole assembly, you just use this is a Husky extendable socket, and I've got a 7/8 inch driver here, and all I'm gonna do is lower this guy. And this way, I don't have to tip the helicopter, you know, significantly one way or the other at all in order to shove something underneath it and make sure it's high enough to keep the wheels off the ground. It's just an awkward thing. So this thing just slides right out. And you can see that there. and I'll go ahead and swing that arm back in, and that's it. That's how we store that thing off the gear. All right, we're going to load the beast. Got the, should just go right up and in. Now the pivot, the all important pivot. So this is the tricky part. And especially now, I do see the problem with that water cannon. I did not hit it, but I certainly could have. And so I will just gently push. All right, now we will slide in the cradle here. This should just slide right in. And I've got a space right there, so I know when I'm lined up. And we'll just set that down. And then all I need to do, I could withdraw this ramp. So I will pull this ramp out, just make it easier for me to get in there. Lots of fun noise. And then here, I mean, it's just a matter of cranking this guy up. Not difficult at all. That was the lift cracking there, not the aircraft. So once I see the front struts move just a hair, that means pretty much the pressure is off. And now all I have to do is put on the tie-down straps. Woohoo! Well, it's not too much fun to watch somebody put tie-down straps in, but here we've got 2 straps and my lift stand, and this thing has enough play, you know, to rock back and forth, but it's really not going to go anywhere. I do have some pipe insulation over here to protect the top side. Over here I didn't want to interfere with the antennae, so I didn't put that on there, and this is pretty flat, so it's really not going to do any damage to the surface. But that is loading the beast in the van. And everything fits nicely. I've got my wagon down here from Harbor Freight, a kneeling pad. I've got a dolly for the MI. The ramps are stored up here. The KA is back there. And up top we've got the tail section for the MI, and I've got room for a plane or probably 2 more helicopters if I pull the plane out. So I don't know, now I got to find some place to go. Oh crap, I forgot the tail. More work. If you like this video, there's plenty more at scalehelipilot.com. Not only are there videos, there are courses, articles, discussions, build stories, events, marketplace, and more. Head over to scalehelipilot.com and join the fun.